good afternoon. If you guys are watching this, thank you for coming over to my channel. I don't really know or have any really set plans for this channel. I'm just kind of trying things out. Excuse me if this video is a little bit awkward. I haven't really filmed or had used like iMovie in a really long time for anything, so we're just gonna go with it. So um, if you're reading the title of this video, I've been saving my empties from the beginning of August of this year till the end of October of this year. Um, there is definitely some things that might have gotten thrown out along the way. Unfortunately, I'll try to recount them if I can, but I think now that I'm looking at what the bag behind me, I was looking in because that's where I put all my empties excuse me. I was looking in the bag and I know for a fact that I had four other hand soaps that I don't know what happened to. Definitely probably got recycled at some point. So we're just gonna go with it. So one white pumpkin and then another TJ Maxx Hello Kitty pumpkin hand soap, both foaming hand soaps. White pumpkin is from Bath and Body Works. You might be saying to yourself, why are you including this? They have soap in them already. Basically, I filled them up with Dr. Bronner soap because I don't have any dispensers in my house that are really like make the soap foam up like these do. So I filled them up with Dr. Bronner soap and diluted them since that is a use for Dr. Bronner's. And I think it works well. And I was like, I already have it in the house, so I might as well use that rather than going out and then having to buy more. Um, Another foaming hand soap, strawberry pound cake, coconut lime verbena, and then watermelon lemonade. So in total, that's five soaps here. I feel like I can recall that I think I bought like five more at the semi-annual sale. I feel like I definitely had eight soaps from the semi-annual sale, but I don't remember exactly. That's from July. What do I say? The reason why I burned through these in like from I guess like I mean maybe I used them earlier than August and that might be why they haven't been saved actually. That actually might have been it. So as far as I know, we've used five. I'm not the only one using these soaps, so there's that. We keep one in the kitchen and one in the bathroom. And I feel like when you live, when you're not living by yourself, you tend to go through these way quicker than really anticipated or that you really want to. I don't think I would pay. These are really nice. I like the scents in Bath and Body Works, but I don't think for how like fast we go through them, I rather just buy like a larger soap, like and then just refill it in like one of like the foaming hand soaps or like one of those like reusable pumps that they sell at the store. Um, I'm not gonna say never say never is I guess how I feel about this. I'm not going to say I'm never going to get a Bath and Body Works soap again, but I feel like if I do, it's going to be on sale and it may not be these foaming hand soaps, it might be the gel ones because the gel ones last way longer in my house. In regards to using them, I'm going to go into the declutter. So I don't like to declutter things. I don't like wasting stuff, but unfortunately, there's a couple things. One being, what is this? Smile EO teeth whitening system. I was given this by my dentist when I became when I was a new patient. After my first visit, they had kind of like a giveaway thing, and that's what I won. And I just sat in the closet and I didn't ever use it. And when I went to go pull out like some products, I looked and I was like, oh no. I was like, I definitely forgot about this. So the goal is to not do that. Try not, as best as I can, not to waste things. Because, it's just not good. It's not good to waste anything, even if it's free or if it's something that's been passed on. If in the interest of underconsumption, I don't think you should, wasting stuff is never good. Calm Foot Cream by Lemongrass Spa. This is something that's just been in my house. I didn't purchase it. Family member purchased it, and it kind of just sat. And I went and was cleaning out the closet, and again, Play-Doh smells like Play-Doh. I'm pretty sure it's went off at this point. And this brand in general, I don't know if it still exists, but it has um kind of like I don't even know if I would call this more perishable ingredients. They say it's handcrafted, but I feel like if it was perishable, it would be like Lush where they say use it in 2 weeks or use it in however long. So, um, this is ketoconazole cream. This was prescribed by my dermatologist. I went about a year or so without seeing her, so I didn't have a need to use all of this up, so I'm gonna bring this back to my pharmacy when I dispose of it. There was definitely another thing in here. I think it was Dermatologica. It was like a post-shave balm. Uh, definitely somewhere on the end of my bag. Um, La Roche-Posay tinted sunscreen. This was a freebie, I think, from like we all share things in my household, and someone got this as a freebie from their dermatologist, and then none of us ever used it. Or I used a little bit of it, but it's really not even my shade anyway. I don't know if they sell. I like this brand in general for like the non-tinted sunscreen. I think I've had that 3 or 4 times already, but I just didn't use this up, and I just don't. I don't like putting too many face products on my face, especially when it's super hot out. Like I have powder and concealer on right now under my eyes and on my eyelids, and and mascara, and that's all you're really gonna get out of me on most days. Maybe lip oil or like eyeliner, but I don't even currently own an eyeliner right now. Teeth stuff. I think I said this before. I might have said it when I was kept re-recording stuff. I don't think this is the only toothpaste I used in these last few months. I feel like it might have been thrown out. The other like packaging. This is Colgate Optic White. I go through these every so often. Um, kind of like I do repurchase these a lot of the time. I do like them. I'm not using it currently. Like I have another one that I'm not liking so much, but again, I feel like I used another mouthwash in the span of this time, and I don't know for sure, but this is Act Anti-Cavity Mouthwash. You do not need to use it twice a day. I believe the recommended was once a day because it has fluoride in it. Um, and you're probably using fluoride in your mouthwash. Sorry, your toothpaste, depending on what you're using. A lot of dentists recommend this one. I'm not telling you to get it, but I feel like I see a difference. Okay. Okay, here's the other declutter, the Dermatologica post-shave balm. I feel like this is mostly for when you're shaving your face, but although I have no idea about this product, all I know is that this was another product that was just sitting in our closet, and we acquired it somehow, and it smells, and it smells very off now, so unfortunately that has to go. Um, Dr. Bronner's Magic Soap, Eucalyptus liquid soap. I've had countless amounts of these in like the past. I have a peppermint one that's almost finished in my shower, which is almost finished because I refilled one of these like one time, and then I refilled again, and then I refilled the one for my kitchen again. So I've had eucalyptus, I've had peppermint, I think I had a citrus one in the past. I bought these multiple times. I typically find them, well, the tag is no longer on here, but I a lot of times find them for a couple dollars, maybe $2 or $3 cheaper at TJ Maxx. So only thing is with TJ Maxx is you never know what scents are gonna actually be in. Like I think this was the only eucalyptus one, and then they had scents that I didn't like or I didn't prefer. It might have been lavender. I don't remember. Not to say I don't like lavender, but I just don't want to be showering with it every single day. I'm gonna get some hair products in here. Um, Conditioning Balm by Matrix Biolage, another product that was kind of like passed on to me, our household. A lot of us use kind of like, give each other products, or if I'm not using this, I'll give it to, next person in my house, whatever. Um, This was very thick. It's a salon product, as far as I know. And it was good. Probably won't buy it, but if I had another one, I wouldn't be upset about it. Tea Tree Mint Scalp Treatment OGX. I don't know how old this is. This definitely feels like this was more than 5 years old. I don't know if they still sell it. Um, I imagine for someone who just has maybe an itchy scalp or not like mild issues, it may not be a bad product. I don't think it's a bad product. I just think if you have any sort of more complex skin conditions on your scalp, I don't know if I really saw a difference with this. And it also was not completely full when I started using it to preface. Same with T-Sal. I think a lot of dermatologists recommend this. I tried it. It claimed it's going to control the symptoms of dandruff, seborrheic, dermatitis, and psoriasis. Um, I had a lot of bad flare-ups of psoriasis on my scalp this summer, and I don't know if this necessarily helped the way I wanted it to help. I think my expectations are always really high for products like this because sometimes my flare-ups can get really bad, but basically, I was searching for I think it was called T-Gel in Neutrogena, but they took it off the market. And I was looking for kind of just an alternative when I don't feel like it's necessary to use anything prescribed by my dermatologist, i.e., ketoconazole shampoo or clobetasol solution, because clobetasol is a steroid and you have to really be mindful of the frequency in which you're using it because you can thin out the skin by using topical steroids, which don't take medical advice from me, take it from your doctor, but it's kind of just a fact. So I try to, as a first step, use one that's made for, kind of like over the counter, made for psoriasis. I don't know if I saw the results I wanted to with this. And also in the summer, I don't know if it was just my scalp in general. My scalp felt like it was on fire when I was outside. So be careful if you have psoriasis and you're going out in the hot sun, please wear a hat. Whether you're using this or not, I don't recommend using products like this and going outside right after you've washed it and after it's dried, or even if your hair's still wet. I don't recommend, don't do it because your scalp will be very sensitive because this has salicylic acid in it, 3%. So this might work better for people with dandruff. I have no idea. I don't really have anyone to talk to about this in my life. So, um, yeah, there's that. We currently have a uh, tar shampoo from, I think, believe it was a local, yeah, it was from one of the generic from one of the pharmacies. But again, that pharmacy has now shut down. So I think I might have to just go on to using one of the dermatologist's prescribed things. Let's go to, okay, that's all the hair stuff. I think most of this is just body and skin now. I'll go to makeup. Essence Lash Princess mascara. Um, this is fine. Unfortunately, I haven't been wearing makeup very often at all. So by the time I got a chance to use this, like I opened it, I used it a couple times, and I kind of went back to it a couple months later. And I think the formula, once it starts to change, is when I normally toss a mascara. So I didn't really get the full use out of that. Also, this is from Ulta, LA Girl Ultimate Eye Intense Stay Auto Liner in Totally Teal. Like the color of this, generally speaking, you can see that it's like down to the bottom. You can't roll it up anymore. I don't know if it's probably user error. I rolled it up too much quite a few times, and just even putting like a bit of like pressure on your eye and trying to really like carve out and get like the shape that you want in your eyeliner, it kept breaking. And I think that's just in general with a lot of retractable eyeliner pencils. Um, so I don't, for me, I don't recommend it. I'm not going to say it's a bad product and that you should never use it, but it didn't work for me. And that goes for all these things. If something doesn't work for me, it doesn't mean it won't work for you. Let's be clear. So I like the color, if you can see it. The color is like a, maybe I can swatch it. Oh yeah, it does swatch. It just scratches my eye if I try to use it, but it's kind of like the color there. I do gravitate towards this color, especially in the summer, but I mean, I don't even own any eyeliners at the moment, so I was thinking maybe trying Urban Decay's eyeliners again because I feel like I had some in the past, but only if there's a sale, if like a Black Friday sale or something like that. Because I don't, it's not really in the budget to pay whatever, it's like 23 or $25 for an eyeliner. So a lot of the stuff that I have, stuff that's been passed on to me, the future, it's probably, it could be a mix of both. You know, it is what it is. Another thing that was passed on to me, a Sea of Love um, perfume. This was from Philosophy. This, I don't know how old this was either. It took me a while to use up. Um, it was so-so. I think based on the two that I've had from Philosophy, you spray it on yourself and I feel like it doesn't last. Now, I haven't had like their Amazing Grace or like any of the stuff that looks like it is permanent items or items that like stay in the brand for a long time. Like the other one I have was another kind of, I don't know if it was limited edition or not. I really, at this point I don't, not really sure, but um basically it was okay. Nah, it was okay. It just doesn't last. I'm not super into perfumes, but it just didn't last. Uh, Dove dry spray. I went through countless amounts of these. If I had continued buying sprays, I probably would have went through probably one or two more of these in the span of 3 months. I had Karen coconut. I was going back and forth between this one and then the cucumber scent. I like this. However, I feel like I go through it way too fast. Um, Especially it was the summertime, so I was spraying it a lot. So I switched to a stick deodorant. I'm just trying out, not from Dove, but from another brand. And just for cost wise, I do I like the dry sprays better? Yes. Cost wise, though, do I think it's worth it? I don't really think so, unfortunately. But I probably in the future will use those again at some point. It just doesn't feel feasible for me at the moment. Um, so it was a random hotel lotion. Again, another thing passed on to me. Um, Facial radiance pads from First Aid Beauty. Um, one of my family members has a FabFitFun subscription, so again, we share products. This was fine. I probably, based on the fact that it has glycolic and lactic acids, I was told for my personal self, because I have rosacea, that this is not something that I really should be using, like, at this point, or not necessary for me, based on a medical professional, but that doesn't mean whatever I say may not apply to you. So I feel like even with these pads, they market it for sensitive skin, but it's still kind of like if I had a spot on my face and I wasn't careful about it, then it would kind of like make it look it like it's kind of not burnt, but it looked like it was irritating my skin a little bit. So I don't know. It is what it is. Another FabFitFun product, Olive. This is Carez Olive Body Cream Sea Salt. And as you can see with most of my lotions, I'm cutting them open. This was one of the ones where I can still smell the scent, and if this wasn't like if it wasn't like price point wise, I don't remember the price, but if it the original price, I probably wouldn't buy it at, because just again, budgeting. Um if it's a set or deal or whatever, like I might consider like purchasing it again. I kind of picked it up and then forgot it existed, and then when I was cleaning, I found a bag full of products, and this was one of the products that was in there. So I was really I was happy to finish this up. This is one of the ones where I think the scent is really nice for summer. Um, the rest of them are all kind of just like empties. I mean, not empties, excuse me, minis. Um, Again, let's see. Clarity RX Take It Easy Calming Serum. I was passed on this because, excuse me, I'm sorry, brief interruption here. Clarity RX Take It Easy Calming Serum. I was passed on this because of my rosacea by a family member, and I think it was okay. I don't re I There's only about half left, so I don't know if it really did anything. Avene, Cyclophat, and this is all in, a lot of this is in French. Repairing Protective Cream. This was, and I even cut this open too. It's so tiny. This is from my dermatologist's office. This was a freebie. It was nice. I put it on my cuticles because from the hand sanitizer I was using, cuticles were starting to get a bit dry and starting to like peel and stuff. And then the last but not least, two Flower Bomb mini lotions. One of them's the Balmlicious body lotion. The other one's Balmlicious voluptuous body cream. These came in a set with the perfume, and they're good. Um, I'm not so much a person of layering scents, so I don't think, I mean, it was nice to have them, and I like the scent of the perfume, but um, surprisingly, that looks about it. I mean, again, like I said, I don't think I was the best at saving everything, but I also, now that I can recall, I don't think all 8 of these were used in the month of August to October. They may actually have been used in June, July. So, more accurate on the hand soaps, other things like toothpaste and floss and all of that. Like, there was a floss that was almost done and now I can't find it, which means someone in my family has probably thrown it out. So, yeah. All right. So, hope you guys have a good day, a good week ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and dispose of these empties. I feel like maybe it might work better if I have a long form, or excuse me, a short form videos for these type of videos. I enjoy watching long videos, especially when I'm doing other things, and but I don't know if other people enjoy them and vice versa. All right, so hope you guys have a good day, good week ahead, and then thank you for watching. Bye.